Okay. Hey, everybody. We are dreaming of a diamond. It is a rescheduled call from yesterday, Sunday. Today is Memorial Day, Monday. And obviously, I didn't know who was going to be on tonight, but we are just doing this call and recapping what's going on so that everybody can stay in the know, even if they have to catch the replay, of course. So, obviously, we're here from yesterday. I appreciate everyone who I'm looking at here that has hopped on, but I want to introduce something really fun. So I got invited to a group that I did. This was kind of happening prior and I didn't know, but it's kind of a like a network of these monthly challenges, and I got invited to that. So we are paid in and we are ready to go, and we are kicking off. We can kick off tonight if we want to, but I just thought we'd kick off brand new in the morning. Just we are basically going to be driving into Thursday. So as we know, we've been having Thursday night events. And I'm going to take this week. I'm going to take Thursday. And we're going to be talking about calming our cortisol. Okay. And we're going to be talking about that. But the thing that's really exciting is that we are going to be driving into a larger challenge. And that is going to start on June 9th. And so I have all the propaganda of that. I have all of the information. I've got the posts. I know that I did share a post today. So if you haven't seen that in our wellness community or our Dreaming of Diamond team page, I want you to go take a look. It kind of gives the gist. I didn't want to share the link just yet because so basically what it is I have become an admin. It's very similar. So I guess we've been doing something right, but it's very similar to that holiday group that we did. And basically, once the person pays in, they get to approve their people. So the idea around this is that there are some ideas, there are some messaging examples. I'm going to be sharing all those, but the idea is that it's really starting around the triplex. There's a lot of information around that, and then there's add-ons, right? And in this group, they are going to be have built in some different times to reset if these folks wanted to do that too. And so I'm figuring out what that looks like as far as our monthly reset because we'd already started that kind of idea. And so I want it to feel seamless. I don't want it to feel confusing. So that's kind of, I feel like a non-issue. If they want to buy a reset, we know how to support them in that no matter what anyway. But that group is from the 9th into the 25th. You might have seen that on the graphic. And then obviously tonight is the end. So that's happening. So really what it looks like is that we have the opportunity to drive into an event on Thursday, helping people learn more about it, helping people maybe, for me, it looks like maybe, kind of snatching them, snatch is the wrong word, kind of gripping them with a kind of maybe a message around, calming that cortisol, driving them into the event on Thursday. And then the idea would be that they would either order or join on Thursday or around Thursday, getting ready to join the cortisol cleanse group. And it looks seamless. It looks beautiful, you guys. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've seen some of the graphics floating around. And so I didn't know what that was, and now I do. So I have all those, and I'm going to share those with us. I wanted to introduce it to you guys first before it was just a new thing. I didn't want, obviously we just want to feel like we're rowing together. So the idea, the way that everything is going to ebb and flow is that we're driving any potentials or people that we feel like need a little convincing, right? We're driving them into Thursday to help them understand. But then ultimately, there are going to be people that we're going to be able to invite to the cortisol cleanse. It's very similar to our holiday group because obviously we know this is a great thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for being a part of this. You are taking these products, and really the way that it looks is, and as you guys can see, is it's a gut health component and a balancing a blood sugar component is what it really looks like to me. And then people can be adding things on. So more information with that. You'll be able to, as you are spinning the plate of getting people in the potentials or the inactives into Thursday, we can naturally, right, be inviting people in to the main group that are already qualified, right? The ones that we that are ordering their triplex and doing those kind of things. Okay. All right. So let me pull this back up. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, today is the last day of our sale. We kind of already discussed for those of you that kind of just, hopped on, but it's hard. These weekends are hard. We wish it would last a little bit longer, but here we are. We're doing our best. We have a couple more hours. So just really, if you have not joined that messy action chat, I did put some kind of messages in there, and Tanya got a new VIP in that chat or in that using one of those examples. So that was kind of encouraging. I love to know that those are successful. Um, and then actually, this is wrong. So I will adjust this graphic. I just saw that that's wrong. So I'll be fixing that. But that's really all we've got for tonight. Just really getting excited about the idea around cortisol. This is a major, I mean, with how stressful May is, lots of people in our life right now, we're going to graduations, we're executing end of the year, we're doing all those things. It just feels like every year I see it impacting more and more people in my orbit. So really that idea of calming the cortisol is a really beautiful thing and what that looks like. And actually I loved seeing some of the propaganda is the wrong word, but some of the advertisement for this group that we're naturally doing things to combat that and bring that down. And I think that that's really a special, just like how we talk about GLP-1, just like how we talked a little bit today in another group about acromantia and butyrate. We're naturally doing that, and it's bringing these buzzwords into our posting, right? And so I just want to mention too, this is a great time to be talking to people about the business because it's a great time to have a new talking point around what Plexus offers, right? Cortisol is such a perimenopause, nailed it, Kristen. Big deal as well. Menopause, big deal as well. I did want to mention this now that we're recording. A lot of you, I've gotten some messages privately about that detox tea that is kind of going around. And that really is, and I did get some other messages back, but the way I'm understanding it is it really is restore. And so, some of the feedback was it was kind of misleading or that seems a little weird but based on, it's really Lori Harrison that is spearheading this, and she's got a huge group about it. But the definition of a detox tea, she felt like it really was honestly, restore could fall into that. So didn't feel like it was misleading and she really does put a lot of time into this. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I have more that I'll be able to share after we get off here. She has sent me a couple of things I wasn't able to listen to just recently. So anyway, I just wanted to follow up about that, but I'm excited. You guys are leading into convention. If you can get there, we would love to have you. If you're watching the replay, please try to make it work. If you're someone who is looking for accommodations or you're worried about how it's going to go, I want you there. I know that everybody on the screen wants you there. I know that, Plexus Worldwide wants you there. And if you're feeling called or pulled to do it, there's a very good reason, right? And we've just got to follow that. So we would love to see you there. And I'm just so excited to get to Dallas and, get my boots on and we're going to have some fun. So I'm going to stop recording and I hope that everybody has a great week ahead and more to come on our Thursday event, but also the challenge as well. All right, guys. Thanks so much.